Hi, my name is Allison Livingston, and this Sunday session in December is part of the working with challenging behavior. And the hope is to become challenging child whisperers. And this week is a little different because the thing that came up for me that I want to use as an example is that I was the challenging child. I was the challenging behavior. And in this time of year, December, for me, it just seems like there are so many extras. There are holidays, parties, there are things we're supposed to remember to bring, there are Secret Santa things, there are, of course, all the shopping to make Christmas the most wonderful, special, magnificent day ever for your children. There's, again, so many extras. I'm sure you can all relate. And so I've been off track more than usual. And so this is about how to notice when you're off track and when you are spewing at your children, task mastering them, being irritated at absolutely everything, and stressed. I feel like my blood pressure is up, I'm breathing more shallowly, and I just often have this stomach churn. Not fun. So what can we do? So the example I have is this Tuesday. Worked a long day, and of course I had to fit in stopping by Trader Joe's on the way home because I was bringing something to a holiday get-together. And then somebody cut me off in traffic, and there was traffic, and started to breathe more shallowly. I felt my jaw clenching, and the hard thing is when I walked in the door, I wasn't conscious of all of that, that I'd worked a long day, that I was hungry, that I was irritated at absolutely everyone. And so I was ornery. I was not kind. My daughter asked me for something that she wanted for Christmas, and I was dismissive. And I know now myself, I started to clean the house instead of getting myself food. That's one of my signals that I'm stressed and off track. The definition I have for off track is that you're not coming from that centered, deepest part of yourself. You are in your thoughts, you are defensive, I am often complaining and irritated and frustrated. And these are my signals for, oh, I need to reconnect, recenter. And I have tools to do that, and I'm going to talk about them. But in this particular case, I walked into the house, started cleaning, and spewing. And so I just want to say we're all human. We all get to make mistakes. We all get to get hangry. And the key is to notice and to not blame it on them, to not direct it at them if possible. And if you do, when you do, to make a repair. So after I realized how kind of off I was, I got some dinner and I sat in front of the fire and I had a glass of wine. And I felt better. And I wasn't totally done because I still had a lot of my day of being off track to process. And so I belly breathed because for me, that's the best tool I know to tell my system I'm safe, I'm whole, I'm enough, I'm worthy. And it just helps me let my system be normalized. So I totally encourage always starting with belly breathing, which again, hand on your stomach. Your stomach actually goes out as you breathe in. So contrary to what we normally do, which is when we breathe in, we suck in. So it's push out as we breathe in. It's a diaphragm breath. And this just helps my whole system go, ah. So after I did this, then I thought to broadcast a bit and just say, hey, I have had a long day. I probably shouldn't have tried to fit in Trader Joe's, but I needed to. So I just wanted to own that I was hangry, I was ornery. I am so sorry I reacted the way I did when you were telling me about something you were excited about Christmas. And I just want to say that wasn't my best moment, and I'm sorry, and I'd like a do-over. I'd like to restart this interaction, and now that I'm in a more centered place, and I'd love to meet you and hear where you are, because now I've met myself. And I'd love to hear about your day. I'd love to hear about what you're excited about with Christmas. And I'd love to hear whatever you want to share with me. So that's a great tool. The two key factors I've found for how I'm going to relate with a stimulus is what I've been talking about. What is my state? And I've come up with a paper about this. So a signal that you are off track and easily triggered by a stimulus is that I'm complaining, I'm upset, angry, frustrated, stress. And I'm thinking they are wrong. They are a problem. Something is wrong. They shouldn't be talking to me the way they are. So a key success factor that I want to just bring to you is what I just went over in the example. I was tired, I was impatient, stressed, hungry, low-resourced. I didn't consciously feel afraid, but there probably was low-grade fear of lack, scarcity, that there wasn't enough hours in the day, I wasn't going to be able to get everything done, that I wasn't feeling enough. I wasn't feeling like life was enough. I was not connected to my center. And what helped me with the rest, the food, the wine, the conversation, the belly breathing, was that I was able to reconnect, to feel balanced, calm, peaceful. My needs were met for connection with my daughter, for food, nourishment, for a break. I felt more fully charged getting that self-care, and I felt whole and abundant and enough. And I actually am always that, but I get off track and disconnected from it. So I just want to bring this up as you may be feeling quite busy this holiday season trying to fit in all the extras. And I just want to encourage you to also fit in extra 1-minute self-care and keep checking in with yourself. Notice when you're complaining, upset, angry. Don't direct that at the stimulus. Notice that you are probably disconnected from your abundant center, and how can you right now reconnect? How can you give yourself that gesture of support? How can you give yourself some resource? And again, it's just the whole key of relating with the stimulus in a new way. Don't focus on the stimulus, refocus inward on yourself. We are all doing so much. I really want to encourage you to celebrate all that you are getting done. It's so human nature to focus on what's not being done. And what a gift to yourself and your family when you can celebrate and be grateful for what you do have and what you are getting done. And for me, I can't do this until I've actually felt and had a pressure release valve with the frustration, with the irritation. So if I need to journal about that first before, sometimes feeling grateful doesn't feel authentic. So I just want to encourage you to be where you are. Don't pretend everything is fine. Be real and meet yourself where you are so you can meet your kids. So This is Allison Livingston. Have a great week. Try these techniques, these tools as you go through your busy December, 2 weeks before Christmas. And I just encourage you to meet yourself where you are. Until next week. Bye-bye.